Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IX on the Mysterious JG. They're working on an HD remaster of this, apparently. I don't know. Yeah, so now we're back, and I've loaded a game where we've got people at different levels, but we haven't, like, you know, maxed anybody out or anything like that. We've all got shit to loin. And we haven't done anything. Apparently, we don't even get Soul Blade. Like, I would have thought I would have gotten points in that just from beating Zagnol, but maybe you don't get... Oh, no, you don't get points in experience. You just get Hunt Festival points for that. Yeah, so that does kind of make sense. But yeah, we got some new cool shit like Glass Armlet and Glass Buckle. Since the last time we had any chance to do combat, so... I guess he doesn't really have much else to learn, but like Yellow Scarf, Glass Buckle, all these new things we got during all that long... We had a big stretch of game, and I notice these things a lot more when I'm Let's Playing than when I'm just playing the game through. Because I can kind of mentally tag, like, yeah, like, every video is 30 minutes. We've had 30 minutes of game since the last time we gained any AP. Because we just spent a good deal of time chillaxing in the, in Vermisia. We had some story. Meanwhile, Freya, this is the she has never seen combat as a party member except for that fight against the Zagnol. We have not used her yet. So here she's got all these points we can be distributing. We could give her antibody, we could give her insomniac, that'll stop her from getting poisoned or getting sleepy. Dragon Killer is actually going to be useful around here against certain enemies, but at this point, actually, she doesn't. She knows so few skills. She can basically equip everything that she's got right now. Vivi barely knows any skills, though he did pick up. Well, he hasn't picked up antibody. He's equipped with something right now that will teach it to him. Turn around, bright eyes. Steal Gil along with items. I don't know how much we care about that. Alright. But anyway, we got a whole video ahead of us, so let's start out today. We've been told to follow... Well, they said that there was stuff sticking out of the marshes, but this looks like chocobo tracks to me. But this game hasn't really explained chocobos yet. It does feature dangerous combat. Oh, we're some interesting looking dudes. Hedgehog pies. The badasses! I'm thinking on screen, I don't really need to waste a lot of time with stealing. Oh, you're doing a lot more damage than Freya. Oh, she's in the back row, for one thing. I guess jump does as much damage from the front row as the back row, but... Vivi is, getting kind of killed a bit. This is just Zidane protecting the ladies. Hey, we got a Zagnol card. I don't know how much we care about that, but it's nice that Zagnol is helping us out in some way. We got 10 the Goblin cards, a couple of Fang cards, Skeleton, Land. Oh, we got like 8 Zagnols. Never mind. I thought they were like kind of rare or special somehow, which doesn't make sense because why would I even have the Mimics and Wireds? I don't think we've encountered them yet. What is this? I said, what is this? Q's Marsh. Unless it's pronounced Coos. I feel like we've heard this music before because there was a Moogle sit around telling his younger brother or son or something about the facts of life. Yeah. Neither one of them will play cards with me. Gosh, bro, you sure know a lot, bro. You want to learn some stuff from me, too? Yeah, teach me some stuff. Oh. He told us this stuff. Or we observed that stuff. I just need directions. If you want to go to Burmacia, it's further north. Press that button on the world map and use this... Lethal's yelling at the screen right now. This thing, apparently this button has a name. Use the map to confirm your direction. Remember, you got to go through Gizmaluk Grotto to get to the base of the mountains of Burmacia. How do you know that's where I was trying to go? I already know everything. Oh, he doesn't even have a smart-ass response to that. So this place is a bit of a maze, but there's not that many screens to go to. And they repeat. What? Hungry! Frogs! I decided on a voice to give this character a while ago, but, considering the Steiner voice is already killing me, it might not be a wise choice. We use big frog eaters. Frog give much energy. Okay. Hungry. Thought there was a, something else we could do here. Not much seems to be coming of this visit. Big frogs eaters. Frogs give much energy. What am I supposed to be doing here? I thought there was more to this. Okay. You probably noticed you still have your 4th character slot open. Why not find someone to fill it? So this is weird. There's a character we can recruit to our party now. They're optional now, and they are forced into our party later if we don't recruit them now. There's no particular reason not to recruit them now, but the game does set it up so you don't have to get them. Like, does Final Fantasy VII work that way? You've got, like, Selphie the Ninja or whatever she's called. Is it possible to get through the whole game without recruiting her, or does she just join you, and when I played through it, it felt like a thing that you could miss? Anyway, okay, we got the same Mookster stuff as before. Oh, we have to catch a frog. I didn't even know we could interact with the frogs like that. Zidane caught a frog. You got frog. Frog's very good. Who the heck are you? Me? Her name is Kina. Kina, beautiful dolphin. It's Kina, or maybe it's supposed to be Quina. It could be Quina. She could be quinine. She could be tonic water of some kind. Schweppes or Canada Dry. I think it's supposed to be Kina. But, we'll go with Kina. She is a member of the Ku tribe. I keep saying she. Race or gender is unknown. Age between 70 and 90. Both hands are dominant. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Q tribe. Quina. Like, if it's Q tribe, how can she be Kina? I can't pronounce the QU as a K in the name Kina. And Q, like Q in the word Q. So I guess she's Quina? And I keep calling her she. Like, I don't know why. I always figured this character was female. It might be just something It might be just the clothing, to be perfectly honest. I like maybe I don't know if that's sexist. I don't know if I'm gonna get. I just got myself set up to be canceled, but like somehow she seemed to be dressed as like a Raggedy Ann, as more so than a Raggedy Andy. But yeah, I always considered Queena to be this weird, like obviously not human, but whatever Queena is, I always thought Queena was female. So I'm going to be using female pronouns for Queena, and I hope that doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother Queena because Queena is fictional. But I'm going to go nuts if I try to make myself not refer to Queena by gender. And this is not. I don't think this is a thing. I just got done watching the new Doctor Who special, where they kind of. I don't want to get off on a whole tangent about it. They go above and beyond, like they're like making a very big deal on that show of being inclusive, and I could go on and on about how much it threw me off. Where they do colorblind casting for stories that are set in history, where you have like historical characters who would certainly have been white, but you'll have black or just non Caucasian actors playing Caucasian characters, which is it's a whole thing to go down. But anyway, Doctor Who has become very politically correct, and I just got done watching a show where there's a character who's transgender, but it at one point that kind of mattered. It was kind of like part of a thematic thing they were getting across, which I thought was a bit ham-fisted, but still it meant to. Like this guy, I don't think the people who designed Final Fantasy IX were trying to tackle transgender issues in a serious way with Queena. I think they just had this really weird idea for a character that would be not human enough to have a gender that we could figure out. Queena, Queena, do you want this frog? Also, somehow I know your name. I guess she said Queena. Yes, 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 yes. The character that I'm thinking of, and you probably can't even tell, but the character I'm thinking of I'm thinking of a voice I gave to a character from a video game. The character I'm thinking of is actually Kabagami Genjuro from Samurai Showdown 2, and like a voice that I used to give that character jokingly with friends at the arcade. But no, that's just a voice I gave. I gave them a voice like, I'll kill you. But the character wasn't. That's not true. The character was voice acted. It was just in Japanese, and most of the time his dialogue was him yelling fighting moves. So it wasn't like it was difficult to tell what he was probably supposed to sound like when he was talking in a normal voice. But yeah, I'm trying to do an impression of, and then I was like, I'm not doing an impression of anything. I made up a silly voice for that character, so I'm doing an impersonation of my own silly voice. That's all right here. Yay! But I'm having a hard time applying the voice to some of the things that Queena says. It would be easy, for example, if Queena went around saying, "You've had a tough fight, Hobaru. I'll kill you." Mine! Mine! You pathetic, Queena. Can't even feed yourself. Now he's sounding Asian. I wasn't intending to do that. I was trying to do a deeper voiced version of Genjuro, who is Asian, but not like Santucci Asian. Get Master out of eating, just chasing frogs, Queena! But Master, frogs very good. Frogs are best, better than Alexandrius. Queena, you in darkness, need some light. World big place, many foods, many frogs. Alexandria just one kingdom. You need go out more, eat other food. I've generally have enjoyed eating food from different cultures. I can't say I've never had like food from a foreign cuisine that I didn't like, but usually pretty open. Go out into the world? Sounds scary. Are there yummier frogs outside? Of course, many good frogs. All Qs love frog best. Eating frogs is key to growth. I have just become Santucci and JJ's no longer fighting it. Qs Martians exist all over the world. In fairness, it's not so much it's the grammar. Like he's speaking with the grammar of someone who is an Asian stereotype, not knowing English grammar. There's something specific about this in my mind that's doing that. Because there's different ways you can make different people from different countries who are supposed to be speaking English as a second or third language. There's different accents you can give them, but there's something about, like, Eigel would sound like this. Makoto, go eat frogs in other marshes. Except that she would say, Eigel, promise, you get much learning. Traveler, please show Kina the world. I got nothing better to do. Anywhere with food good. You want me to take him with us? Pretty sure it's a female. Will I find yummy frogs outside? I mean, as long as you're like, as long as you're like a Reyes the warrior type and not a old man type, where you will occasionally attack our enemies rather than I will occasionally trip over you when executing an attack command. There is plenty of stuff in the world that tastes better than frogs. I mean, there's plenty of stuff in the world that tastes better than frogs. But you will feast on a tree frog. Really, really? Okay, I go with you. Ha, I go with you. Dots. And, the leader of Kina's, like, Q of Q's marsh is a bit, oh, this is actually going to be somewhat poignant scene, so I'm not going to jump ahead of it. But, yeah, the Q of Q's marsh, he's still, like, all zany and weird and doesn't speak the human language all that well, it seems, but, well, no, he does, because we see them speaking to each other, and they don't use another language, they just speak, like, you know, noble savage speak, but he does, like, I think what we're meant to get from this is that the, this Q whatever tribe are a little weird and a little off, and that Quina is a particularly weird and off member of that tribe. That's... What's up, Phoebe? What up, Mach? Ooh, yeah. Everything's so awkward with him. That man looks exactly like my grandpa. Your grandfather? Who, that quail guy? Why isn't he lined up in a row with the other quails? Yeah, maybe he knows my grandpa. I'm gonna go talk to him, Zidane. Okay, I mean, you don't need my permission. We should probably go with, just in case. He tries to eat Vivi. What wrong? Something on my face? Actually, I am trying to figure out, are those yellow things, like, is that growing out of you? Is that some kind of mustache? Is that part of a hat? Also, why are you panting like a dog? Do you know a man named Quan? Schwan? Oh, yeah, hey, Schwan. Yeah, of course I know Sun Schwan. He has a purpley beard. Huh? I not know that bigot. Grandfather Schwan was a bit strange, but how do you know him? I no can answer. I hate him. Grandpa Quan looks exactly like you, Mr. Quail. Of course. We from same tribe. Oh, you're both Jewish. It's a joke, guys. Calm down. You really don't know him? You think you know him? No, I not know this Quan. Or Schwan. Hey, Schwan. Honestly, that's too bad. Let's go, Vivi. Okay. Fuck you for lying to me, mister. It's obvious this guy does know Schwan and something's going on there, but I forget how that plotline resolves, if it even does. We hear a little bit more about, Vivi's grandfather later. It's not like a major part of the story, but Quina, he still need much learning. Please help him. Okay, so his pronoun, instead of being like he, him, or she, her, it's she, he, and then him. So like if you're doing him, it's always him, never her. But if it's he, it would be she, he. Okay. Thank you, Quina, for making it difficult. Well, Queena's at level 10, which I guess Quina just comes in at the same level that we had her at. But hey, she learns the skill High Tide from all of her Woppets. It's an odd one. If I remember correctly, it makes your, transmitter build faster, which is of kind of limited usefulness, honestly. But yeah, not a lot of skills that Quina can learn right now. I want to call her Kina, but it doesn't make sense that it's the Q tribe with Kina. Anyway. It's all good, baby. She is our, yeah, High Tide takes a lot of points, too. It just allows you to trance faster. Well, we don't have any, I don't think our, yeah, there's no point not having it equipped because there's so few other things she has right now. She's got weird sets, so she can be she's the blue mage. So there are individual spells she can get that are quite powerful and useful in specific but kind of weird situations. Got defense 10. Better defense than Freya. I mean, I guess this is the right rows to have everybody in. Spear used by Dragoon Knights. What I'm not sure about is if the Javelin class of Wappets does the same damage from the back row as it does from the front row. I know that jump doesn't matter what row you're in, but it also takes longer to regular old attack. Ziggy, can I catch frogs? Frogs again? Sure, just for a little while. Thanks. So this is its own little weird thing. If you capture frogs in this minigame and at certain thresholds of how many frogs she's caught, she gets extra bonuses. You're working hard, Kina. You come far a long way of gourmand. I give you this. Here we got ore. Thank you, Mr. Qua. I train more. Like, I think her ultimate weapon is achieved by catching, like, 99 frogs or something. She also has the blue magic, where its damage is adjusted by how many frogs she's captured. It's actually similar to frogs, one of Frog's attacks from Chrono Trigger, in that it just is a giant frog dropping from the sky. And oh, I didn't mean to do that. Had enough, Kina? I catch some more. And Zidane looks disappointed. But you'll see the frogs are not reappearing, and it does, when we catch them, we are notified if they are male or female. So in fact, there's a rate at which the frogs respawn. And over hunting the frogs, you can never hunt frogs to extinction, even in individual marshes, because there's more than one frog marsh in the game, but you can, like, negatively impact the rate at which they appear. I'm hoping to catch enough that we get a prize, other than ore. You're working hard, Kina. You've come far along the path of gourmand. I give you this. We receive ether. Maybe we'll, yeah, let's see. We can get some more information on the frog minigame here. Alright, so there's 4 places to catch frogs in the entire game. There's also frog catching strategy. 2 frogs caught gets us an ore, 5 gets us ether, 9 gets us silk robe, 15 gets us an elixir, 23 gets silver fork, 33 gets us bistro fork, and 45 gets us battle boots. When we catch the 98th frog, we actually will get a boss battle. And if we win that boss battle, actually it's 99 that we get a boss battle. And boss battle, winning it gets us the best fork that Kina has. Yeah, so like, so the reward, like the normal rewards stop at 45, but if you push all the way to 99, you can unlock extra frog stuff. So damage equal to catcher's level times the number of frogs Kina has caught is the, I'm trying to see, does it actually say anywhere? Okay, so the maximum number of frogs that it's worth buying. Like, if you're trying to maximize, if you're trying to get 9999 damage out of her frog blue magic, you need to cast 101, because anybody who's going for 99999 skills is probably also leveling up to 99. So, okay. Good to know. Like, I'm probably going to, as ludicrous as it sounds, off-screen catch frogs up to 98 frogs so that we can see this optional boss battle anyway. I'm thinking this might be, like, considered the... I wonder if this boss is harder than the main story final boss. Anyway, we won't spend too much more time on this. 5 frogs is enough for now. Let's get out of here. It's pretty important that we have our new character, though. Because, like, at the absolute worst, Quina is, like, one more character who can be using healing items during battle to stop us from getting overwhelmed and in trouble. But we don't have to recruit her now. There comes a point later in the story, and I'm kind of curious, but not enough to deny myself this character for, like, 2 discs. Like, what happens if you don't recruit Quina at this point? Because you do have to get her before the game's over. So, looking at the map here, there's Q's Marsh right there. There's the Dragon Gate. There's Gizmaluke's Grotto, but there's a Chocobo Forest over here. And now we had a character tell us about this too, if you will recall. We did have an old man in town talking to us about how there used to be a Chocobo Forest, and he went there to have sexual dalliances. That's not quite what he said, but he said he and his friends used to go there, ride Chocobos, and the young girls would scream. And he kind of implied that there was some sexiness involved in this. Let's see if we can show off how Q's mechanic works. Quina eats enemies that have been weakened, and if she can eat them, like if they have less than 3/4 of their hit points or something like that, she eats them and instantly defeats them and gets a blue magic from it. But that one is not weak enough, apparently. I think we need Vivi to be the one weakening this thing, honestly. I feel like if Zidane attacks, he's going to one-hit it. And it's kind of similarly, I feel like Freya would probably finish it off, too. But we can have Freya working on this other... chipping away with VB, because otherwise we risk killing it before we've eaten it. We learned Pumpkinhead. And that's a kill shot for sure. I think we might have quite a bit of not advancing the plot to do here. Because in addition to Q's Marsh, something else. Oh, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn on safe travel for a minute. Just because it's time to end the video. But I'd like to end the video on the outskirts here of Chocobo Forest, so that we know when we come back next time, we'll be doing some Chocobo Forest action. Chocobo Forest contains, you will not be that shocked to learn, a minigame that's pretty extensive. Similar to the Chocobo Forest minigame in Final Fantasy VIII. I don't know if it's that similar, but yeah, Chocobo Forests are connected with a multi-continent world-spanning minigame, and we'll dip our toes into that minigame a little bit, probably next time. See you then, guys.